Welcome to Discount Travel Club, the future of online booking. In a nutshell, this is a club that entitles you to up to 70% discount on 400,000 hotels worldwide, including savings on flights, car hire, weekly villa rentals, and more. Let me show you how it works and how our members enjoy 4-star and 5-star accommodation for 2-star and 3-star prices. Thank you for tuning in to our official YouTube video launch. Please bear with me as I'm not a professional actor, but I will be able to show you how easy it is to save money and earn rewards every time you travel. It's a very exciting time for us. Like I say, YouTube, our first YouTube advertising campaign, so the company's throwing some money at this advertising budget campaign here, so exciting time, and we'll be able to show you some great incentives if it's something you're interested in joining. Like any club, whether it be a local golf club or gym, you pay to join. We are no different. There is an affordable one-off joining fee, which will be offset by your very first booking. In fact, most members save more than that on their first trip alone. In order to keep your membership active, there's also a small annual admin fee. This also includes your concierge booking service. It's that simple. You join the club, receive your login details, you're ready to go. It's that easy. Book, save. So let's have a look at the website and I'll show you a couple of examples. So if we go over here, first of all, I've loaded in India. Now I should say most families, when they travel, they'll do 3 or 4 trips a year, whether it be 2-week holiday, 1-week holidays, short stay, staycations. You know, everybody travels differently, and from year to year it changes also. So this is no different from going on to booking.com, Trivago, hotels.com. You go on. The only difference being with this, obviously you've got your membership login details. So I'm going to start off with a 2-week holiday in India, which obviously a bit more of a long haul flight, so you wouldn't want to go for 1 week, maybe 10 days minimum. But India here on the 7th of November, which is their high season, so you're not going to get rained out and it's not going to be muggy and horrible off-peak weather. So high season in India, 7th of November to the 21st, 2-week holiday. And I've already punched the details in and searched, and here you go, we've got the results come up. So like I say, no different to any other search engines. Only difference being with ours, you will save up to 70% on hotel rooms. In this case here, the one at the top, Del Taurus, you're saving 77%. One of our members of staff actually in the office has stayed it. Actually, they didn't stay here. They went and looked at this resort. We were going to stay with the family because I think they had interconnecting adjoining rooms, something like that. They didn't actually end up staying here, but they looked at it for a future trip and said it was absolutely beautiful. So it's a 4-star resort. There you go, and it does show you here. Actually, let me see. I did look it up for you earlier. So same dates, 7th of November to the 21st, and same resort. Hold on a second, let's have a look. So obviously you can go on there and do the usual search and see the quality of the accommodation, restaurant, pool, location, all that kind of stuff we all do nowadays. I mean, it's so easy, isn't it, with TripAdvisor and reviews, and that's the culture we live in these days. So there you go, 2 weeks, £3,368. Go back to your members site here, Discount Travel Club. There you go. So it does actually show you the price that most of the other companies will do it at, or if you go direct to their website, the savings and our price. So instead of paying 3,681, you pay £832. That's including all your taxes and everything. So savings of £2,849 on 1 2-week holiday. So that'd easily cover your cost of your flights and spending money. Probably get another holiday out of that. So that's one example. That's a 2-week. And now bear in mind, it doesn't have to be India. You never have to go to India if it's somewhere you don't want to go to. You can take this and use it anywhere in the world, whether it be Australia, Singapore, even just within the UK. So the next one I did was just a week's holiday, somewhere a little bit closer to home, Tenerife. So also high season. I picked August because that's a school holiday, so a lot of people with children obviously have to travel that time of year. So August, Hotel Puerto de la Cruz. That's a 4-star Hacienda. I went with this one, the Golf Plaza, which is just under 50% savings. The reason I went with that, I'm biased because it's a 12-minute walk from the local golf course. I'm a golfer. But if you go on again, hotels.com, they've got a deal on at the moment. It was $1,359 for the week, now $816. I think if you look at the price on here, $812, yeah, so similar to $816. $812 maybe booking.com or one of the other sites. But still, as a member, instead of paying £812 for the week, you're paying $428. So you're saving $384. So to go to Tenerife as a couple, for example, I mean, that would pay for a couple of flights there. what you've saved alone in the accommodation. So that's 2 trips. That's a 2-week and a 1-weeker. And then I did look also at London. So obviously you're not limited how many times you can use this. You can book 20, 30, 40, 50 times a year, twice a year. Everybody's different. Obviously the more you book, the more you're going to save. But you use it as little or as much as you want. So once you've paid your joining fee, you remember, that's it. The only thing you pay after that is your $129 a year, your annual management fee. And that includes concierge booking also. So if you don't like going on the website and doing what I'm doing here and searching for the best deals, you can just call up and say, right, we want to go on these dates, find us the best deal. And your concierge will come back and say, okay, we've got 3 options. And then you just pick and, you book it and you go. So London, 1st of February to the 3rd of February, which is a Friday to Sunday booking. So if you wanted to go to London and take in a West End show, for example, here you go, you've got the Best Western. That's the one I actually did the comparison again. I tend to I worked for Hilton before, but I'd stay in Hilton's a lot, and £100 a night in the centre of London. Anybody who's staying in London knows, it costs you £200 or £300 sometimes to get in a Premier Inn. So £100 a night to stay in London, that's 50% savings. I should mention as well, up to 70% off. Sometimes you will get more than 70%. But technically it's up to 70%. You will get more sometimes. So the Best Western. Let's have a look. Here we go. This is on hotels.com, I believe. So great location, Maida Vale. BBC Radio 1 do the live lounges from there. Little Venice, Lord's Cricket Ground, Warwick Pub, which is very nice. But yeah, lots. And then you go. There's a main thing. The price: £4.96 for 2 nights. As a member, log in for the same 2 nights, same dates, same room, £124. So just saving yourself £367. Quite simple. So that's 3 examples. Obviously we could go on, and you can do dates. There's no blackout dates. You can go peaks. You go whenever. It's no different from booking how you would book anyway. We're not changing anything you do as far as booking. We're just saving your money and also earning reward points. You'll see over here. I'll come on to that in a little bit. You can also book using credit. So every time you book, you earn points, just like your Tesco Club card. You'll earn points, and you can use those towards flights. And I'll show you again the flights and things like that in a little bit. So okay, just to recap then, dead easy, those 3 trips we looked at. India 2 weeks, that was the hotels.com price, our price. See your savings on a 2-week holiday. Obviously on a 2-week you're going to have more savings than on a 1 week, which in turn will probably have more savings than a weekend. But 2 nights in London, you're still making substantial savings, £373. So a 2-week holiday, a 1-week holiday, and a weekend away. Now that for most people nowadays is probably the minimum they'll travel, and most people do like, high-end decent accommodation. No point staying or going somewhere and staying like you stay at home, or it's supposed to be a little bit special when you travel. So in the first year you're going to save £3,346. Not bad. Okay, so our business model, the way it works, obviously value for money. When you pay your one-time joining fee, you're a member for life. You pay $129 a year after that. That includes your concierge booking, like I mentioned before. But any year you can't travel, if you don't travel at all, you don't pay it. For some reason you've got family illness, pregnancy, whatever, you can drop it and you can pick it up anytime you like, but you're not tied in. You can walk away from it anytime you like to. £3,346 is 1 year's savings. So if we do that over the next 10 years, simple, you're going to save through £3,460. So when doing our market research, we're asking people what they would be willing to pay for a club like this, and most people came back and said basically £2,500–3,500 would make sense, because in 10 years you're making 33,000 savings. It could be more. I mean, it depends if you travel more, and that's only over 10 years. This is for lifetime also. But in deliberating on the price, the directors decided not to charge high amounts, not to charge $2,500, $3,500. They decided to make the price lower. Hence, we're going to get more referrals, word of mouth. Like I said before, the review culture we live in, we could grow the business that way. So that's the way they decided to go. They decided to do the price accordingly. But so here we go. I'll show you the numbers now. Okay, because that's a burning question that will be in most of your heads. How much does it cost to join? Okay, well, to become a member, it's $1,299. So That holiday to India, I think, was you saved double that. But that's basically, if you're going to travel, um, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So 1299. That's a one-time joining fee. You remember for life. Remember, before first year you save £3,346. So if you take the joining fee away from that, there's your net savings. So in 1 year you're ahead of the game. Actually, in that case, in India, one holiday you're ahead of the game. Okay, so that's how it works. That's the joining fee. Okay, so now you'll notice at the top of the website you've got hotels. That's what I've just been showing you, up to 70% off 400,000 hotels worldwide. Also, you got cruises. I just got an email. That's one thing as well. You'll get emails come through from our concierge section of the club. I searched Paris the other day and I found something that was 30 odd percent discount. A day later I got an email saying that the Westin was offering 50% discount on hotel rooms. So there's always stuff coming through to let you know, especially on destinations that you've searched and you're interested in. Cruises, free upgrades to balconies, all that kind of stuff. Car hire with all the different companies. Flights, not saying you can always get the best deal on flights. It's a good starting place, but you know, you should compare with Skyscanner, stuff like that. Accommodation is where we really are supreme, but flights, not saying you won't get the best deal. The good thing is as well, with the reward credits we earn, you can use on the flights, which is fantastic value. Weeks, let me click on the weeks for you, because a lot of people don't know about weeks. Weeks are a little bit different. You have to sometimes be a little bit more flexible, whereas the hotels you can book 2 nights, 3 nights. Bonus weeks and weekly stays are what they say. They're basically just for a week at a time, and a lot of times there'll be Saturday to Saturday check-in, or but they're ridiculously good prices. Here you're looking at £34. That's not for a night, that's for a week, and it goes up £96 a week. So here you go, Jamaica. I don't know if Azul. So let's say, like I say, you have to be a little bit more flexible usually. So July 14th to the 21st. But there you go. In that case, there you could have 2 weeks in Jamaica. You've got 14th to the 21st and 21st to the 28th, so 2 weeks back onto each other, £115 a week. So for £230, you've got 2 weeks in Jamaica at a 5-star resort. So, and you can see the availability. Actually, they've got September all the way through January, February next year. They've got lots of availability, but generally the weekly stays, you're going to have to be a little bit more flexible, but it's always worth checking them, because great deals come up. Because a lot of these resorts, they've got so many units, and rather than go empty, if they charge you £115 for a week, the resort isn't making any money. But it's better than having the room empty. It covers their costs, and you're going to spend money in the bar, the restaurant. That's kind of their philosophy. It's like bums on seats if you're a restaurant owner or something like that. But great deals to be had on the weeks. Thing is, sometimes as well, I've been on these weekly deals where it's cost me £180, £190 to stay in a Marriott or whatever. I'll check out after 4 or 5 nights. At that price, it doesn't really matter. Marketplace, get access to lots of good prices as well. Lifestyle, you've got golf, you've got lots of excursions, things like that. So if you're on holiday, like I was in Thailand and we went to PP Island, you get discount on the trips and tours and things like that. So that's the weeks. Then if we go back to hotels, okay, so that's your search engine there, and it does give you examples at the bottom. Bali at the moment, Orlando, popular if you've got kids. You've got to go to Disney at some point. Barcelona, city breaks, but like I say, it's totally flexible. Go where you want, when you want. That's the whole idea. Live chat we got now. Okay. So finally, that brings us on to our YouTube launch promotion and the added incentives, which I mentioned earlier. Like any company, we have an advertising budget, and this is how they've decided to allocate it. For a limited time only, we're offering discounted memberships to enable us to see if this kind of advertising is working for us. So obviously it's got to be just if you're going to join, obviously you can head to the website. It's £1,299. Join anytime. Our discounted price, an incentive for joining, if you join now, it's not the only reason to join, but it is a reason to join now. It's £999. Now, it is for a limited time. We don't know how long we're running this promotion, so if you do want to take advantage and save the £300, join for £9.99. Just email us for the availability and the code. and that's the email address, admin@resortpropertyinternational.co.uk. Email us and we'll send you the code and get your discount, and that's it. Get online, pack your bags. So thanks for listening and watching. Cheers. Bye now.